I was speaking to someone from the German league about this when I was out there, and we're talking about the kind of global landscape for like media rights and things like that. And they were saying it's getting harder and harder and harder for leagues everywhere to sell their media rights and to make money from selling their media rights. And we've seen that from the German Bundesliga itself, and in the way that it's tried to be a lot more creative with the UK rights. But in a world where it's very hard to sell TV rights, and maybe in a world where people aren't paying for cable bundles or not paying for streaming services, there's a lot less money to spend. The league that's well positioned to kind of weather that potential storm is the Bundesliga, because, and it's not just in terms of money they earn domestically, but it's the lack of debt on the books. That's the key thing, and a lot of English clubs are just riddled with debt, either normal debt or debt owned by the owners, which have bought them. Because, see a lot of people being like, well, why doesn't German football just give up 50+1 and accept these new owners and let our money in or Saudi Arabia money in and American owners in and things like that and private equity and stuff like that? I think it's far more likely that in 20 years we'll have English clubs adopting 50+1 than seeing German clubs owned by Saudi Arabia or American investment banks or anything like that, because I do think it's more likely that model they have in England is more likely to kind of break down than, German football just capitulates to more and more transfer fees from England and accepts, right, we have to start taking this private equity money ourselves to catch up with things. I just think that's far more likely. So from a German football point of view, I think it's in far better shape to deal with things in the future.